You're in the right place. Grab your surfboard, the water is ready, and let's dive in.
So January 2024, powerful start to a new Gregorian New Year. New Year's Day is, of course, the 1st of January, and remembering that this is the arbitrary calendar start to the Gregorian calendar, which is beautifully measuring the time since Christ was born for those of us that really value the teachings of Christ and really walk with him in our path. I absolutely do. And so to really honor that this is 2024 years since Yeshua was born is a really powerful thing to remember at the beginning of each calendar year in the Gregorian calendar. And it's also to remember that this necessarily isn't a natural new beginning to the year. I actually consider the solstice, which we just experienced, which we just walked through, to be one of the inclination points of a new start in the year. And then, of course, the equinox points are the start of new seasons. And I really consider wherever it is spring, so if it's spring equinox for you during Virgo season, or if it's spring equinox for you during Pisces season, whenever the spring equinox happens is really when the new year starts to begin, because it's when the earth starts to awaken, it's when the ground starts to melt, it's when the ground starts to open up so that we can have a new growing season and a new season of life. So I really do consider the springtime, wherever you are in the northern or west or southern hemispheres, to be the start of the new year. But it's still important to commemorate the fact that, most of the world, at least most of the Western world, that doesn't follow a lunar calendar. Because did you know that most of the world actually follows a lunar calendar? The Hebrew calendar is lunar. This Chinese calendar is lunar. I'm sure the indigenous calendars are lunar. So there's a lot of lunar calendars. And this year I'm actually going to create my own lunar calendar, starting with the Aries new moon. So it's going to be creative for like April start, because that's when the Aries new moon is going to be. But I'm really, really excited to create my own calendar for all of you. Obviously, you have access to these calendars every month, but that's actually going to be a year ahead calendar. And I'm hoping to get it printed as well. So really powerful time to set a new beginning, set a new course, set new projections for your business. Many people have year end in December in their businesses. So it's also a good time to review what happened in your business. What was your revenue? What were your costs? What were your expenses? Where can you release some expenses? What expenses might you need to invest in more? Some software, some training, some facilitation work, some more coaching, etc. It's a deep time to review what it is that's coming next for you. And January 1st this year is also a very powerful day because it is the end of Mercury retrograde. Yahoo! Everyone celebrates. No more tech problems. No more weird issues happening. So January 1st is going to be a really powerful time as well to consider what were those lessons that you just reviewed, that you just had come up for you during this retrograde period. The retrograde started about a week ago. And it's in Ophiuchus, and then it will be going into Sagittarius. So having Mercury retrograde in Ophiuchus is really powerful because it's about us reviewing what we think about and what our mindset is, and how it is that we can heal our own mindset, how it is that we can heal our own thoughts. And so really, really getting clear on which lessons have you learned around your own messaging, around your own communication towards yourself, around your own internal self-talk and dialogue. This has been a major theme in healing during this time period. And you might have also been noticing that through your clients, you're also helping them a lot with their own internal self-perceptions and their own internal self-thoughts as well. So yay to end to Mercury retrograde, and a really big time to reflect on those lessons that you've learned and what it is that you want to take moving forward from all of that review and reflection period. Okay, on the 3rd of January, we have the last quarter moon, and that is also International Mind Body Wellness Day. So many of you are in the mind, body, spirit, holistic wellness field, and you're healers and you're practitioners of different kinds. So the 3rd of January is a beautiful day to post about your mind body wellness work. Maybe have a special offer for your healing services, create a new bundle, create a new package, really celebrate the fact that on this day there's going to be some trending comment around my body wellness around the world, maybe do a live, maybe do a special feature, put something new on YouTube, something to really honor and commemorate this day and the fact that you are contributing to this work in what it is that you do. So it's beautiful to have an international day that's recognized for this sort of wellness work. And so celebrate yourself and offer something to the world on this big trending day. And it is also the last quarter moon. So again, it's this moment to really reflect on what else is there for you to release that isn't serving you in your business. So maybe thoughts, might be beliefs, might be mindset pieces, or it might actually be software, or it might be clients, or it might be things that are coming up for you that you realize, oh, during Mercury retrograde, this wasn't working. This was getting really finicky. This was kind of showing up for me. And now I know that I need to release it. And it's the last quarter moon and it's time to let it go because the new moon is approaching. And so that whole week period before the new moon on the 11th, you get to this time to really reflect and get clear on what it is that you need to release in your sacred business so that you can have more spaciousness, more time, and more ability to grow and to focus on what will expand you, because Sagittarius season is all about expansion, and the whole first 19 days of January are Sagittarius season. Okay, so next we're going to talk about what's happening with Venus. So Venus is currently in Scorpio, but then on the 7th of January, it's going to have its conjunction with Antares, which is the brightest star inside the Scorpio constellation. It's called Antares because it looks like Mars, but it's not Mars, it's anti-Mars. It's this bright orange, yellow, red star. And so this Antares conjunction is actually the last day that Venus will be fully in Scorpio, but it's kind of like this PowerPoint, this moment of really, really deep alignment for what is it that you truly want? What is it that you truly desire? What are you committed to? What are you obsessed with bringing through in your business? What are you obsessed with communicating in your marketing? What do you really want to magnetize towards you? Like really, truly, deeply at the heart, at the core of it. And this conjunction on the 7th is going to be a powerful day to recognize that, to come into deeper truth and recognition with yourself of what do you really value? What do you really care about? And what are you going to offer to the world from that space? So the next day, Venus is going to be conjunct with the moon, so you can actually go out and look at it in the morning. It will be right next to the moon, and it looks really beautiful every time that happens. And so the moon and Venus are going to be conjunct in Ophiuchus. So Venus is then moving into Ophiuchus. So all of that energy, all of that passion, all of that love, all of that deep truth that you will have unveiled on the 7th gets to start dancing and moving through your body. And you get to be clear on, okay, how do I actualize this? How do I manifest this into form? How do I actually create the business and the marketing of my dreams from really deeply connecting to what I want? And the marketing of your dreams might look like you hire a team, or you hire me, for example, to do your marketing and sales for you, or at least some of it for you, to do it in collaboration, to not do it alone, right? That you actually get to do your genius zone, your gifts, your work, and not focus just on solely bringing in clients, attracting new clients, communicating to them what you do. So it's about really getting clear on how do you fully express your most creative abilities, your most divine gifts to the world in a way that is really, really beautiful, beneficial, and expansive for you. That day, Mercury is also going into Sagittarius. So the week after Mercury retrograde ends, it's still in Ophiuchus. We're still having that healing of our mind, of our thoughts, of our messaging. Really consider it that it's healing your messaging. The way that you communicate to other people is healing. It's shifting. It's transforming. And then when it comes into Sagittarius, it gets to boom, explode, expand. And you can really think about, how can I get in front of a lot more people? How can my message get in front of a lot more people? How can I really deeply serve? So it might be a time to get on some new platforms, to get in front of different people's audiences, to do more collaborations, to do more podcasting, and to really see, what is it that I can teach? How can my teaching be expanded? How can that really grow to a whole new way? with Mercury in Sagittarius. This is also a time to really consider how your messaging can be more fun, can be more lively, can be, more meme infused, more gifts, more like just having more fun, more playfulness, because whenever we can laugh with somebody in their marketing, there is relatability created, right? When you get to laugh, trust is actually built, and you get to see that that person is a lot more relatable and a lot more fun. So have a lot of fun, maybe make a fun reel, make some fun memes, do something that feels joyful and fun and expansive with the way that you communicate and express your gifts, because it's not all just seriousness and intensity and really, really deep transformational work. Transformational work can also be really, really fun. Ooh, beautiful. Okay. Awesome. So with all of this expansive energy in Venus and Mercury, we then have the moon in Sagittarius, in true Sagittarius, on the 11th of on the 11th of January, on Thursday. So this new moon in Sagittarius is the time to really, really set your intentions and your goals for until the Sagittarius full moon, which will be 6 months from that point, or until next Sagittarius season. So what is it that you want to create over the next year that will deeply, 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 profoundly expand you, help you grow, help you see the world in a different way, and help you be able to be more with the world? And so what that means is actually going to different places in the world, traveling, exploring, and witnessing more of the magic and majesty of this world and the people in it. So it's really, really a time to get clear on the expansiveness that you want to experience over the next year and how it is that you want to grow. So setting growth projections in your business is going to be powerful on this day. And also deciding how much fun, how much joy, how much whimsy, how much playfulness you want to experience in your business as well. And maybe setting that as an intention for you to have a lot more fun in what it is that you do, right? We've just gone through this massive period of all of our deepest wounds coming up during Scorpio and Ophiuchus season to be processed, to be transmuted, to be healed. And now we get to celebrate. Now we get to have more fun. Now we get to really be in a party mode of our businesses. So even perhaps planning celebrations or retreats or parties or events or online ceremonies where you get to celebrate and you get to have fun might be really, really aligned for you at this time. But really importantly for the Sagittarius new moon is set intentions that feel fun, that feel playful, that feel expansive to you, and have a lot of fun with it. Okay, so let me just have a drink of water because I'm just talking 100 miles a minute. The next day coming up in January is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So really, really important to have a moment to honor this man and what it is, what his legacy was, and what it is that he created. And then really consider the future leaders that will be present in our time, and that we are all contributing to the world changing. We are all contributing to world peace coming, and to justice and to beauty and to creation coming into deeper form on this planet. So honoring the work of Martin Luther King Jr. and also honoring all of the leaders on the world stage that are currently a part of impacting and creating future beauty on this planet, especially those leaders that are of color and are indigenous and are here to really, really change the world from a diverse way. So something to honor on the 16th of January. The 18th of January is the first quarter moon. So it's a really powerful time to already see how the intentions that you set are coming into form, how they're already manifesting, and what else it is that you want to intend, what else it is that you want to create. So you have this beautiful 2-week period before the full moon to really get deeply into your desires, your intentions, your goals. It's not just January 1st that you have to set all your resolutions. You get this deeper time of reflection, contemplation, to really get clear on what it is that you want to create, and then go forth and create it and do it. The 19th of January is the last day of Sagittarius season, so it's a really good time to reflect on and write in your journal here for those of you that have access to the solstice moon marketing journals. what it is that you really learned from Sagittarius season, what the lessons were, what you created, what wins you had. It's a really great time to reflect on that. And it's also the day that Venus goes into Sagittarius. So Venus going into Sagittarius is so fun and expansive. And really, for sacred business owners, it's a time for you to really, really love on the people that you serve, and to have more people that you serve come into your sphere, and to get really, really clear on what would that look like to expand the people that I serve? How many people would that be? What would that look like on a day-to-day basis, on a monthly basis? How would I hold that? What is my capacity? How do I grow to hold that level of impact? So really, really considering what is the next level of expansion for you in terms of the people that you serve, and how can you deeply love on your clients? How can you really deepen their client experience and their whole journey of the whole time that they work with you? This is something that I really specialize with in branding and in marketing work, is helping you to get really clear on your whole client journey and experience, and where you can add more value, where you can add more wins, where you can add more high points and beautiful moments of deep gifting to your clients. So Venus in Sagittarius is a time to expand the level of love that you feel for the people that you serve, and how much you're giving to them, and that exploration that you have in terms of what is it like, what can I test out, what can I try that will really give my clients even more value by working with me. It's also a time to consider, where would I love to go? Where would I love to have my clients take me? Maybe you want to have VIP days internationally. Maybe you want to have, like I said, a retreat somewhere where you could meet all your clients in person, or I'm going to start doing cosmic camping sessions in the springtime and summer for people to come stargaze with me and us to do beautiful ritual and connection together. And so this is a good time to actually consider, how do you want to connect with people internationally from all different cultures, and how can you really deeply love them and connect with them deeper as you do that in your business. Okay, so that's Sagittarius season. And then on the 20th of January, we have Capricorn season starting. So true Capricorn season doesn't start until the 20th of January. I know all of the Western astrologers in the world are telling you that it's Capricorn season now, but it's absolutely not. If they were to look up at the sky and know how to read the sky and just use any astronomy app, they'd be able to see that in actuality, in reality, true visible form, it is Capricorn season in January, and it is currently still Sagittarius season. So in January, on the 20th, is when Capricorn season begins. And so this is a time to get a little bit more reflective, a little bit more connected to your own wisdom, and really connecting to the legacy that you're here to leave with your business, and what structures and foundations you need to have in place in order to be in integrity and in order to create that. So it's a time to get a little bit more serious after all the fun and expansion of Sag season. It's kind of like taking all that fun and joy and expansive thinking from Sagittarius and putting it into form, actualizing it, bringing it into reality, so that you can experience it and your clients can experience it. So it's a really good time to get really clear on all of your marketing systems, on all the structures that you have, on all the flows that you have, your funnels, your emails, the way that you serve your clients through a really tactical software-based way, and also through your own customer service, like journeys and customer service experiences, and the way that you just serve them, and having that be really good, really solid, really scalable, full of integrity, full of processes that really, really support your clients and also support you, because you're also meant to be deeply supported in your business and feeling like your business is working for you, not like you're constantly working for it and using all of your energy up in order to make money or make an impact, right? This is Capricorn season is our reminder that we get to make an impact through being deeply in our bodies and deeply grounded and deeply steady. So whatever it is that you need to have a deeper, steadier experience, this is what Capricorn season will reveal to you. Okay, so the start of Capricorn season, 5 days into Capricorn season, we have the Cancer full moon. So the beautiful Cancer full moon is happening. It's not happening on Tuesday. It's going to be the Gemini full moon. I'm going to talk all about the full moon next for those of you live here inside of the Liberated Woman Vortex. I'm so excited for this next full moon that's coming up. But this full moon in January in Cancer is going to be a really powerful time to consider how you are being nurtured and how it is that you nurture your clients in your business. So really making sure that you feel, many of us feel like we mother our businesses and like we are the guardians of our business, and we need to, like, it's our baby and we've brought it up and we've released it into the world, and then it takes up all of our time and we're exhausted by it, but it's so meaningful and it's so purposeful, right? It's really like the metaphor of parenting with our businesses is very common. But we often can feel depleted, and we can often feel like we're not receiving enough or we're not getting enough self-care in. So it's a really beautiful time to kind of change up that mindset, change up that energetic, and be like, my business actually isn't my child. It's not dependent on, like, it is dependent on you to show up in your gifts and to give your gifts, but it doesn't need all of you all of the time. So it's a really powerful time on this full moon to get really clear on how you can be further nurtured, how you can be more sensitive to your own needs in your business, and what needs to change, what needs to shift in order for you to feel really, really deeply held, to feel really, really deeply nurtured, right? Mothered by your business. Instead of mothering your business, what if it was to mother you? What if it was really to support you? What if it was to always be there for you when you really needed it? And so really letting this time period reveal to you what you need in terms of nurturing from your business. And then also it's a time to see how you can be more sensitive to your clients' needs, how you can really tune into what is it that they really need, what are they really thinking, what are they really feeling, and how you can communicate that to them, how you can get really deep into your own empathy for them and connecting with them so that they can hear you, so that they can see that you're the one that's here to work with them, right? This deeper level of really getting into the emotions, really getting into the feelings, and then communicating those so that your clients know that they found you, that they found the right person. So this full moon is going to be really powerful for us getting intuitively, sensitively attuned to what it is that we need and what it is that our clients need. And from there, making changes in our own business and our own business practices, and changing the way that we communicate and love on our own clients, giving them the nurturing that they need. Okay, so after this full moon, we have a very powerful day on the 27th. The 27th of January is the day that Uranus retrograde ends. So Uranus has been in retrograde since August, and it's going to be ending on this day. So this is really powerful because all of these, it's going to be like a day and a moment after this Uranus. Whoa, so many words coming out. Uranus retrograde ending means that all of these ideas, all of these transmissions that you receive, the downloads, the information from the higher planes, the higher psychic knowing, is going to make a lot more sense. And it's like this moment is going to be present within you where you're going to have a lot more clarity in terms of your downloads and what is next for you to transmit, what is next for you to communicate, what is next for you to bring into the world. And it's also a day when all of your technology and all of the technology that you use to serve your clients, you're going to have more clarity on what technology do I need to put into place to serve my clients, what software serves me, what software doesn't. I'm always about the simplest software stack possible, using the least amount of tools that you need, and really using the lowest tier of the tools and maxing that out until you upgrade to the next tier. So it's about like really thinking about what optimal technology stack and software you need to use in order to be served in your own business and in order to serve your own clients, and getting really, really clear on how you're going to do that. And then on top of that is all of that messaging coming through you of, wow, this has been on my mind maybe since August. I've been getting these hits, these downloads, these ideas, and now it's like you know what to do with it. You know how to transmute it, you know how to communicate it, you know how to turn it into something really, really tangible. So it's going to be a powerful time after the 27th, once Uranus is direct, to have more clear channeling, to have more clarity on your divine messaging coming through you. And of course, on your technology that is here to serve yourself and your clients. The 27th of January is also Holocaust Remembrance Day. So having a moment of prayer to remember the Holocaust and those atrocities, and of course to be connected to the atrocities that are happening on the current day and how we don't want to repeat them. We don't want to have continued genocide on this planet. So having a really big moment of intention and prayer for the world that genocide will end, and we will be the generation to see genocide end on this planet. And that is something that we're creating through all of our work with the health and wellness, through all of our transformation work, through our deep connection to the earth. And so having this moment to honor and remember the Holocaust and all genocides that have happened on this earth, and then really, really praying and doing what we must and doing what we're here to do to ensure that genocide no longer persists for future generations. Really powerful time and day for that. And then the next day, January 28th, which is the last kind of day that I mention in January, is Data Privacy Day. And I just wanted to mention this because as business owners, we have so much data at our fingertips. We have our client data, we have our own business data. And so it's a moment to remember to get really clear on your data privacy, make sure that you're secure. If you're not using a VPN, to use a VPN, to change your passwords, to see how else you could protect your cybersecurity. Really, it's just a day to remember that privacy online is very important and that you get to protect your data and have it be protected. So change your passwords that day and make sure that everything is secure. And if you need to talk to somebody, Dana in this Liberated Woman Vortex, Dana Gardner used to be a cybersecurity specialist. So you can also ask her for some suggestions and for some tips for how you can ensure that your business is safe and secure, or look for a different expert to support you in that. But that is a big part of, making sure the technology that you're using is secure and safe and hasn't been breached, etc. So that is January. It is all about expansion, and that it is all about getting into the nitty gritty, getting into the work so that we can leave the legacy behind that we're here to leave.